And we're live.
Ain't it fun living in every world?
Hey everyone.
Hi everyone. Welcome to our Mandela Effect show. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thank you for joining in. Welcome all Mandela Effectians. So I'm joined with Teresa Lynch and Sandy Diva.
Welcome.
And as usual, we're here to bring you Mandela effects. So we have the top Mandela effects of the week. I guess it's been 2 weeks since our last show. So again, holidays kind of came in, and I've had my daughter with me this past week, which was really fun. I'm glad to see you guys here. So welcome aboard. We've got 12 people in the chat. Let's keep it going. Let's keep things really positive tonight. So to start off with, we're going to start with the birthdays. Teresa, do we have any?
Brian.
Oh,
yeah.
How about we start off with a shout out to the chat, because there's a lot of people here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, Brian. You need a shout out.
Okay, let's see who's here. We got Burgos. Welcome, Burgos, again. Ed Hen's back. We have John Nada. We have John Nada says tacos. John, you're making. You're making me really hungry, Ed. Sorry. So let's see. We had some mic troubles, but we're here by the grace of God.
You
Sandy,
missed Jeff Zanzibar. Jeff
John,
Zanzibar and TLBMDS. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Sandy was the character of Grease, right? Was Sandy the character in Grease?
Oh, God, yeah.
Teresa would know that.
Yeah, Sandy D. Well, no, they call her Sandy. Sandy D. They were singing about her.
There you go. That's a fantastic point there. So Sandy, you and Grease have something in common.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We got the hands clapping. There we go. So we want to start off with some birthdays, Teresa, and we'll get this thing rolling.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to wish a happy belated birthday for January 11th, which was Wednesday, and that's Cynthia Sue Larson. Everybody knows who she is. January 19th is Carla Shepard. Esther Elizabeth Anders' birthday is Monday, January 24th. Jennifer Santelli is Friday, January 28th. And last but not least, Tom Heffer. How do you say his last name, Brian?
Hefner.
Hefner, sorry. And his birthday is the end of the month on January 30th, which is on a Sunday. So happy birthday, everyone, and happy belated birthday to Cynthia Sue Larson. And that's all I got for you. Back to you, Brian.
Wait, there is one more birthday. My Aunt Teresa. I think she's 94 years old, January 9th.
Oh, wow, happy birthday.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Aunt
birthday
Teresa.
to her, man.
And the clapping from John Nada was he said crowdfund for a new set of AirPods for her already. He says God says we should buy Sandy new AirPods.
Well, I'll do a GoFundMe.
It's funny.
Hey, here's one. Here's a joke that about birthdays and getting old, right? So you're old when the candles cost more than the cake. Okay.
Oh God. That's funny, Brian.
Thanks. I'm
sorry.
Brian, you need to go on Twitter. There's a whole Twitter of just dad jokes. You would love it.
I'm
You
sure I
and
would.
Dan would love it.
So, um,
I
basically,
was
you're one
hoping to
year
see.
closer. Huh?
I was hoping to
Good.
see Karen in the chat because she tends to not. She tends to show up early, but then have to go because she's tired. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to show her stuff first, but I don't see
Oh,
Karen.
you want to wait?
I'm gonna message her. I'm gonna message her. I'll be right back, chat.
Okay.
And Rena.
Where's Rena?
I don't know, but I'm telling her to come join.
Hey, Sandy,
Oh,
what was that? What was that golf joke I told you about earlier about the two golfers or something like
You
that?
want me to remember the joke that I heard for the first time?
No, no. There was an old guy. He was like getting really blind, right? And poor fella, he was telling his wife, "I give up. I can't play golf anymore." Right? You remember that?
I remember it. I just don't know it word for word, and I'd ruin
And
it.
the wife said, "Hold on a minute. Don't give up just yet. My brother, he can play, or he can see the ball. He can help you see the ball. So when you get out there, she says, don't give up, right? So he goes out there with the brother-in-law, and he shoots the ball and can't see where it went, right? So he asked his brother-in-law. He said, did you see where it went?" He said, I don't know what we're looking for, and who the heck are you?" Right? So
Hmm.
his memory was fading apparently. And he was trying to help him find the ball.
that's funny.
That was the gist of it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
so I couldn't pronounce TLBMDS, but they say my first time on live. I'm Ted. So welcome, Ted. Good to
Oh,
have
welcome,
you.
Ted.
Welcome.
What's up, Jeff? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, dad jokes rule. That's right. They're good, clean jokes. You can tell them to anybody. It won't offend anyone.
Now, something Teresa mentioned to me,
Yes.
John Knott is mentioning in the chat, the sonic boom in Philly.
Yeah.
So I must have been driving up exploding meat. It's Pittsburgh, guys.
Did
Pittsburgh.
you
What
did you
happened?
hear it? Did you hear it?
No, Pittsburgh is like 600 miles away.
Sandy doesn't have superwoman ears like the Bionic. Who was it who's got good
Oh,
ears?
Wait. Let me put it this way. Do you know where Ohio is? That's where Pittsburgh is.
Oh, wow.
Big state. It's wide.
That's funny.
I'm trying to search sonic boom. Maybe. I mean, we get sonic booms from fighter jets
airplanes.
before Eagles games.
Hmm.
New Jersey to Connecticut were caused by military fighter jets conducting tests.
Oh.
Sandy, you know what's ironic about our pictures and your picture
What's
What?
that?
is that we're both freezing and we're in warmer areas of the country, and you're up in Philly, and
I know.
it's super cold, and you're like really warm in your picture right now.
That's true.
That's the
Yeah,
the
today was
ironic.
horrible.
Huh?
AirPods are the least of my worries right now.
You want
Seriously.
me to lend you? I could lend you my new blanket that I got, my new throw blanket. You want me to lend
I
it
would
to you?
totally use that in the car. My car has no heat right now, and it's 4 degrees, and I was in the car for four
Oh my
hours.
god.
I've been in the car for 4 hours the last 5 days with no heat in the car,
Oh, my God.
and it hasn't been above 20 degrees. It's
Sandy,
horrible.
you need to have a blanket to wear in your car.
No heater in the car. Oh my goodness. So what do you think's gone wrong with it?
Oh, I know what's wrong with it. It's the blower. I gotta
The
replace
blower. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You
the
mentioned that.
the
For some reason, when I think heater, I'm thinking heater core. Because I've had to replace a heater core before, and those are a nightmare to get to. Like uh,
those. Yeah, that's
if
worse. It's
you're like
much more
a
expensive.
beginner to intermediate mechanic, it's very hard to get to. So you have to basically climb over the engine to get to it. It's back in there
Oh my
behind the
God.
firewall. Yeah.
Yeah,
my
this is
God.
under the glove box. It's no big deal.
Yeah, yours
It's
is
just I
just
don't have the money right now. We gotta wait.
under the glove box.
And
Yeah.
I am wearing 3 layers of clothing, John Nada. Like literally 3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of pants,
Oh God.
well, 2 sweatshirts and a heavy Carhartt jacket.
Mm.
It's cold, but I can deal.
What's up, last flyboy? How you doing, man?
Hey, Michael Fontaine. Hey, Eddie Van Keen.
Wow, everybody's here. Yay.
Yeah, we're here.
Thank you everyone for coming
And waiting for
and
my
waiting.
skull candies to connect.
Skull candies.
I had to delete the
I
settings, delete it from my phone, put it back in, and it finally worked.
I couldn't handle having ear pods named skull candy. I'd be tempted to eat them. Like,
Ew,
Skull
no.
candy.
Just no. No, no.
Brian,
I'm
you're
just
crazy.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I guess I mean my earbud is called a meanie. I guess that's what I am. I guess I'm a meanie. I don't know.
You meanie or Mimi?
They're called a meanie. Like AMINY is the brand.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess I'm a meanie.
Oh, I can only dream of the 40s. It was 4. 4. Single 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, it's cold. Like when you start walking outside and you're getting icicles on your eyelashes.
Oh my God.
Or you feel like your eyes freeze just because they're open.
Yep.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Thank God for central air and central heat.
Yeah, I know.
Or just heat and air altogether.
Heat and air all together. Yeah.
Well, you two have electric, right? Electric, and I have gas. Right?
Not by
Well,
choice.
if
That's
you
just it
have
was
gas,
here
you
when
better
I
keep
got
that
here.
stuff in. Okay, Teresa, keep that stuff in.
Huh?
I said, if you have gas, you better keep that stuff in.
Yeah.
Hold on. John Nod is specified with the meteorite as Penn State. My stepson goes to Penn State.
Yeah. Did
It's
you guys
4
watch
hours
that?
away from me.
Did you guys watch that on the news with the satellite? That volcano, the underwater volcano that erupted, and you could see like there was like an earthquake that felt like all the way to what was it, California or something?
No, a tsunami. Remember?
Tsunami.
It was
Yeah,
a tsunami.
tsunami. Sorry. Yeah, you could see the tsunami, literally the waves.
That was scary. I knew
Yeah.
it wasn't bad enough to like go. You know what I mean? But they did get some. I don't have any pictures, but maybe if you want to look up pictures, you can show it, Brian.
Well, it's okay. It's been in the news. You guys can
Yeah.
check that out. But we're here to talk about Mandela effects. So
Yeah, not flooding.
Is there a certain order do I need to go in, or can I just pick and choose?
You can just
Andy,
well save Karen's to see if she shows up. Well, and if
I'd
not,
like
we'll
to.
show Karen's at the end.
Karen's at the end. Okay, I would like to have maybe a couple callers at the end. As long as we
Ooh,
keep it under 10 minutes apiece, we can handle a couple of calls. So
that's a
let's
good
try to-
idea.
Yeah, let's try to do that. We have let's see. So one
I
that
don't
really
know, Ted. I find effects all the time. I don't know if you're if he says I'm old school. I've been through all the effects back in 2014. I don't know. We'll see.
It might be new to you, right?
Challenge accepted.
Oh,
hey, since when does Fauci have red eyes? That looks weird. They look
I did
almost
that
red.
on purpose. I did that, Brian.
Oh, you did that?
I
Made him
did
look-
that, yes.
Okay.
he looks Sandy. He looks evil.
Okay. So here's the Mandela effect that really kind of hit me that Sandy presented to me about the NIH. It's the Medical Research Division of the United States Department of Health. What do the letters NIH stand for that you can remember? I'm asking the chat, and I'm asking you too, Teresa. Have you talked to Sandy about this yet?
I don't know
Yes.
this one, Brian. I'm sorry.
And in case you guys don't know from previous shows, if it doesn't have any credit at the top of who to credit to, then that means Sandy did actually find this one. She finds a ton of them all the time. She's a rock star, right, Sandy?
The rock star is in her Gmail right now. Give me a minute. John Nada is telling me he sent me something about a new one. I'm looking for it. Oh, that's not a new one. That's an old one.
This one?
No, the one that he sent.
Oh, okay, okay. Can you talk about what it is, or do you want to keep it safe?
Um, oh, that's a good one. Oh my, he does have a good one here, but not the Sarah Lee one. Nobody does it like Sarah Lee. Sarah Lee, that's an old one.
Yeah,
But
nobody doesn't like Sarah Lee. It should be does it like Sarah Lee, you know.
nobody does it like, and now it doesn't. That is an old one. But he sent a Spanish word change that I've never, and I agree with him. So I'm going to send this to you, Brian. His
All right.
email.
So let's think for a minute. NIH. Do we have any votes in the chat? Because that's what really. Okay, Ed Hen says don't know.
I'm going to tell you the first word is national.
Right, Eddie Von Keen says naughty in health. Okay, that's funny. That's hilarious. Let's see.
Not correct.
John Nada, National Institute of Health. Yep, that's what I remember.
Welcome, Kenley Johnson, who also says National Institute
Yeah.
of Health.
Last Flyboy says National Institute of Health. Hi, Mustard Seed of Faith. How you doing?
I don't see her. Oh, there she is. Welcome.
Yep. Highest paid federal employee, 454,000.
And yet Pelosi is
Yeah.
worth $129 million.
Say that
Jeff
again.
Zanzibar says,
It kind of puts things in perspective a little bit, I guess, you know. But
mhm.
okay, so we have some more votes for National Institute of Health. Well, you guys are going to
Oh,
be
wait a
in shock.
minute.
Hang on.
Remember challenge accepted by Ted? Ted says National Institute of Health.
Right. High Pocket says National Institute of Health.
So does Jeff Zanzibar.
I think you guys are going to be in shock when you see this. Let's see. Let's see how many shocked emojis I see in just a second. Because there are shocked
Hey,
emojis.
welcome, Daniel Burdick. It's good to see you.
I remember the agency title being the National Institute of Health. But since its creation in the 40s, it's like the CDC's centers. The agency has always been the National Institutes of Health. But it
I
gets
don't remember
weirder.
that.
The NIH National Institute, NIH National Institutes. Each subdivision of the NIH uses the singular institute, like I remember. Why bother to make them different? So there's I guess these aren't really residues. These are the ones that shows the way it is in this
Yeah, it's showing you how far it goes back. There's lots of, yeah.
we'll just say in this multiverse or whatever you want to call it, this fake, or I won't say fake because that makes a lot of people mad. Whatever you want to call this, reality, I guess. We'll go
This
with that.
place.
This
This
place,
place.
yes, this place. And the place that wants to call it a confabulation, we'll say that, okay? So the National Institute of Health, this is again, this is residue.
hmm
It's either highlighted in green, and the reason why Sandy does this is that in case the residue changes, you cannot change the green squares or triangles, or I mean the green rectangles. I mean, You cannot change those. The residue might change, but these won't change. Okay, hold on. Is that it? Might be the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, I threw them all together real quick.
Okay, that was good. That blew me away, Sandy. Okay, you already woke me up like I was, uh, kind of getting blinky eyed, and I saw that one. I was like, wow, that's a good one. These are really great eye openers. Um,
And it's just an
yeah,
S. But it's an S like wait, who said that? Jeff Zanzibar.
Jeff
Another S
Zanzibar.
where
Yeah.
it doesn't belong. That's the point. It doesn't
Hey, what's
belong.
up, Daniel? Daniel Burdick. Yep.
Therese is quiet because she has a lot to talk about tonight.
Okay. Well,
All the new stuff is Teresa's.
Okay. Well, I have a lot of you guys are familiar with this the Who Framed Roger Rabbit stuff.
hmm
So let me present this.
Brian, wait a minute. Before you do that one, why don't we do since we have people here that are new, why don't we do the previous Roger Rabbit first?
Which one is that?
I'll send you a link so you jump right to it. How's that?
Yeah, do that for me.
Yeah, give me a minute. Because Roger Rabbit we've covered quite a bit. It's changed a lot. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, I guess I've entered Jessica. Yep, I have entered Jessica. All right, Brian, I am going to share this with you. Copy URL. Here you go. So if you click on that link, Brian, it should take you right to the folder.
All right.
So we're going to do a rewind first, and then we'll do Teresa's new one. There's actually two Roger Rabbit folders, but this one blew my mind that we're going to do this one. There
Okay.
it is.
All right. So, what color is Jessica Rabbit's sparkly dress in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
When she's singing on stage, not when she's in the office. When she's singing on stage. And if you've seen this before, just answer
I
what
feel
you
like,
answered the first time.
well, I can't say my answer because I don't want to influence you guys, so I'll wait.
Okay, so Jeff Zanzibar says red. Ted says red. Daniel Burdick throws out green. Hyde Hockett says red.
Sandy Flash.
Teresa. I think green would have looked nice with the red hair, honestly. So Ed Hen is red. Last Flyboy red, I think. Eddie Von Keen throws out blue. Kenley Johnson throws out black. Tamara's Journey Home, welcome, says red. Anyone else want to participate? Brian, we have enough answers in the chat. What do you remember?
I don't know. Like I've seen the movie recently, so
Oh, then maybe you don't answer.
I think it kind of shows pink now. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
dress
pink
is
now.
pink. Yeah.
It's pink, and it was red 100%. So
Yeah, it
John
was
Nodis
red
is
for me
pink.
too. In fact, every time I think of that part in the original movie, The Matrix, when they talk about the lady in the red dress, it reminds me of Roger Rabbit, the Jessica Rabbit lady. Do you remember that in The Matrix when they talk about the woman in the red dress?
Yes.
Which is funny because it's supposed to be like following the white rabbit. And it's funny the woman in the red dress is with the white rabbit. You know what I mean? Who's Roger
Yep.
Rabbit. that make sense? It's
Yes.
so. This says how to draw Jessica Rabbit. I guess this is residue.
Hmm.
Sandy recently covered some changes to the eyes and feet. So apparently, what is it? The feet are different. The Roger Rabbit,
Roger's eyes now have like that
that
blue
blue
that
tinge.
Donald Duck has,
It's like a blue
and
tinge.
yeah, and his feet look like he's wearing sneakers, like pink soles on the bottom of the feet. The whole bottom of the feet are pink. I don't remember that.
So yeah, it's pink now.
Her dress was red. They matched her. It matched her lips. It is 100% pink now.
Yeah, but it also matched her hair too. Like this looks so off to me with the
Hmm.
two clashing colors. One's dark and one's light. Obviously that's something different now. So it was never a question, but now it's an area of contention among cosplayers who can't seem to decide if it's red or pink. Even her everyday dress is off, more of a wine color or classic red, but at least it still looks red. 2003 Jessica Rabbit twirling her hair. Now, I don't know what is this showing here, Sandy.
Well, this is showing an enamel pin. The pink one is made by Disney. The knockoff fake is red, the way we remember it. So it's showing you the difference between a real one and a fake one.
Yeah, the storyboard even shows the pink and the wine red everyday colors accurately. Uh, the sparkly dress was true. The classic red and everyday dress was a true deep, almost blood red with no hints of pink or purple.
Hmm.
So her saying was, "I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way."
Yep. I mean, it's completely pink now. It's so wrong. So wrong. So here's residue.
This Yeah, Jessica Rabbit reminds me of an Eve Six song. I don't know if you guys listened to Eve Six back in the day, but there's a song Jessica Rabbit, I think, something. Okay, well, good.
The only six song I know
Eve Six.
is the I will swallow my pride.
All my pride, I would choke on the brines, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside.
Yeah, that song. Inside Out.
Yeah,
That's what it's called. Inside Out. That's the only one I know.
yeah. I could quote the whole song literally. Like I know the whole lyrics. I mean, back uh, back in the '90s, we didn't have really lyrics to look up or anything. So what we did was we just what did we do? We fast forwarded, we or rewound it, played it again, and then you know we didn't really have lyrics uh, to look up or anything back then, right?
Yeah. Well, sometimes they're on the inside of the cassette or the CD.
Yeah, and the logo.
Sometimes.
Let me show you guys. Like I know I've talked about this before, but Eve Six, their logo bothers me because the E is backwards, and it was never backwards to me. Just looks so wrong.
Yeah,
I'll share it real
I
quick.
agree with you on that. I don't remember that at
You
all.
remember the backwards E, everyone?
See, I had the album,
This one,
and the
the
only
file.
song
You
I
know
listened
the
to was that.
file. Do you remember that backwards E, Sandy? The one
No, I
right here.
don't. See, I had the album through Columbia House. You know when you get all those
Yes,
albums, and
that's how I got it.
yeah,
That's the only way I could
and I
afford to get
literally just
CDs.
took the song and put it onto a mixed CD or tape or something. I'd
Yeah,
never listened to the album.
yeah, that's what I did too. I would take the best songs and put them on a mix CD.
Yep.
All right, so now we're going to talk about part two, which involves Teresa. So we're going to talk about part two of Roger Rabbit.
Okay, I'm here.
Wait, For real, Eddie Von Keen, you remember Eve 7?
No, he says not Eve 7.
No, he said
Oh.
Eve 6 question mark, not Eve 7.
What?
No, it was Eve 6. Yeah, John Nada says the E was not reversed. Yeah, I'm with you there, John.
Wow. Please,
Okay.
can you zoom in a little bit, please? There you go. A little bit more. What is the title of this 1988 comedy which mixed live action with traditional animation?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Teresa, I need your up a second. Excuse me? Ed Hen says, Sandy, Brian, and Teresa, you guys are found in the Bible coding too.
What's that mean? The Bible what?
What does that mean? Are you saying that you can find us in the Bible?
Huh?
What do you mean in the Bible?
I don't know what he's
What?
talking. He says that we can be found in the Bible coding.
What's that mean?
What Bible coding?
I want to know what
Yeah,
he
please
means by that.
explain, Ed.
Oh
Yeah,
my
please.
God.
Ed, please explain that.
Yeah, you got me a little
Stop taking
scared
me out
now.
of it.
I don't want to
Yeah, I'm
be
a
in the
little
Bible.
scared. Me either.
No, do you want to be in the Bible? You know, what's wrong with being in the Bible? What does he mean?
Emma, I don't know what that means, but
The Bible
that's
coding.
gonna.
Like,
What does he mean by that? Bible coding.
maybe there's a
I'm
Bible
gonna
code out
remove
there.
that because it looks irrelevant.
No, you got me.
Oh,
I want to know what he
everybody is
means.
found in the Bible code. Must receive a fake sets. Everyone is. Everyone is found in the Bible code. Thank you, Must receive a faith.
Thank you, Must Receive
What
a
does
Faith.
he mean by that? Or she? She.
We'll look into it after the show. How about that?
Oh my
Hey.
God, you got me scared.
Teresa, one of our longtime viewers, Preliminal is here. Preliminal.
I remember preliminal.
Yes, he's been with us from the very beginning, I think.
His name is wrong for me. I remember preliminal.
I remember Preliminal, and it's Preliminal.
See,
Yeah.
you Mandela'd us, preliminal. You Mandela'd us.
Okay, so Ed Hen explains go see Sharpest Blades channel. It's hard to explain.
Okay, I will.
Wow.
I would like an explanation.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe he can call in, be one of the callers to call in, and he can tell us.
Yeah, Ed. Towards the end of the show, do you think you can call in and explain it?
Yeah, we'd love
That'd
for you
be
to
great.
call in because I want to know more.
I'm not trying to put any pressure on you. Only if you want to come on and talk about it, that's fine. Or you could just email us or something.
We'd love for you to tell us. Like seriously, I want to know. And Brian will be putting the phone number up, right, Brian, when it's time?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and that'll be towards the end of the show? Okay. Brian, where did I leave off doing my Mandela effect? Oh, go ahead, Sandy.
We have an answer in the chat. Jeff Zanzibar says, "Who framed Roger Rabbit?" Question mark. Ed Head, "Who framed Roger Rabbit?" Period.
Oh.
Last Flyboy, "Who framed Roger Rabbit?" Question mark.
Brian, read what Mustard Seed of Faith said. Are you, Sandy?
Right. The title of the YouTube video, Yaakov Ramzel, says he has found his exact name and destiny in code in the Bible. He says everyone's name and vital information can also be found in the Bible codes.
Oh. That's kind of spooky. He says he's going to email you.
Okay.
Captain Kirk's
Hey,
in the
Captain
house.
Kirk. Well, welcome, Captain Kirk.
Welcome, Captain Kirk.
Preliminal, not preliminal.
Sandy, it's a new year, and what are we working on now? We're on year 5, right? Or year 4? Year 4.
Year 4
of our show.
Yes.
This is season 4.
Season 4.
Season 4, episode 2, if you want to be specific.
Or season 3 if you want to remove the year you were gone.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's true.
Yeah. But
all right, we're going to move on to the next page.
Yes.
It's getting late.
Am I presenting? Please tell me I'm presenting. Okay.
Yeah, go to the next page or whatever you want to call it, slide. The words in title have not changed. It's still Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but it has changed for me. I remember a question mark at the end of the title. Who framed Roger Rabbit? Question mark. Is this in your memory too? So I'm asking the chat, do you remember a question mark at the end of the title?
Some
Who
do.
framed? Let me see.
Oh, Brian's email is mandelaeffectawareness@gmail.com.
Huh.
Yes, and it would help if you go to the website. If you scroll down to the bottom, the website is mandelaeffectawareness.com, which I made myself. Go down to the bottom and click on the link for Mandela Effect Awareness next to the copyright 2021, and it will take you to emailing me and myself and Sandy. So that way Sandy can get the email as also.
Yeah. Okay. Should we move on? Or okay.
Yeah, you have to read it.
Excuse me. The question mark has never been in the official title, but it was in the working title for a short time while shooting. As you see that residue right there. You look at that picture there.
Who shot Roger Rabbit? Question mark.
Yeah, do you see
Shot.
it?
Yeah, see that.
Mm-hmm. But now it doesn't have a question mark, which blows my mind because I remember it. And this is the current reality without the question mark. And as we said, Sandy does two different colors. She does red for the current timeline and she does green for residues. And Brian explained why she does that. Good idea,
I also
Sandy.
find it interesting if you look at the top left one or the yellow one, how it's got the box around it. There's much more room on the right side where Rabbit is than there is on the left side where Roger is.
Well, here's the
You
other
theoretically
thing.
could fit a question mark.
It's like it vanished. It's like it's vanished.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. Do you remember there being a really long underline under the words?
I got to think about that.
I kind of do.
I kind of do. My.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I could see both on that part, but yeah, there definitely was a question mark there.
I have a duel on that one. The line. Who framed Roger Rabbit? Question mark. And the story behind the ink and the paint club. And these are all residues. See the question marks? T-shirts, different things there. What's that one on the right here? But yeah. Again, the green means residue. Is there a lot of residue, Sandy? I can't remember.
Yeah, there's a bit of it.
And yet more. And look at this. Sandy, the magazine you found, Starlog, very popular magazine. Check it out. They have the question mark.
And look at his blue eyes.
Yeah. Wow. So much residue.
That guy who played the detective, I forget his name in the movie, but
me too.
I remember him.
Oh, Bob Hoskins. Bob Hoskins.
He was in Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
Yeah, do you see him? Yeah, it says it on the magazine, Bob Hoskins.
Okay, Bob Hoskins, yeah.
Yeah, it says it right there. But yeah, look at...
Who whacked Roger Rabbit?
Somebody was writing a book, and I guess they were doing kind of a parody off of it, right, Sandy? Parody?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
I agree with that, Ted. Ted says the 100 symbol lost the percent sign a long time ago, but nobody seems to notice.
Oh, it did?
Well, look in the chat.
Wait, the 100 symbol?
Yeah, 100 like emoji. It just says 100 with lines underneath it, no percent.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it has the double underline now. Yeah,
Yep.
that's weird.
And that was my Mandela effect. And you said you've got some more
You have
coming
some.
up.
You have some more, Teresa. So we're going to talk about a department store.
Oh, popular one. The store's been around for a long time too. I can't
Hey,
remember.
by the way, we got 28 people watching, guys. Keep getting the word out. Let's get more people in here so we can discuss these things together. Like, I think we have a better consensus the more people we have in the chat, because that really does help us. Some things are split, and we need that sometimes extra vote or whatever to make it, to see if it's a Mandela effect.
Welcome the one.
Okay. So there
Okay.
you go. Teresa, you see the board?
Yes. So can I say the name of the store?
Yes,
Might as
please
well.
spell it.
Okay. Gimbels Department Store. I'm sure a lot of you guys heard of that. Been around for one of the largest department stores in America. Operated for exactly 100 years, 1887 to 1997. Rest in peace. So, how do you spell Gimbels? What do you remember about the spelling of this? This one kind of it didn't affect Sandy.
It doesn't
No,
affect me
it
either.
didn't.
I've never heard of this department store, actually.
Actually, it was in the movie Elf too.
Oh, it was?
Uh-huh. And originally they were going to use Macy's, but Macy's didn't want to do it. So they passed on it, and then Gimbels, they were able to use it. What was the reason why, Sandy? Something to do with they had the
Because
building or
Gimbels,
something?
because Gimbels had already closed down.
Mm. That's
So
right. That's
technically, it
right.
was a fictional department store at that point because it no longer existed.
Right.
So in the chat, Jeff Zanzibar says LES.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Kirk says Gibson's.
Okay.
Never heard at all, says Captain Kirk. Ed
Mm-hmm.
Hen, not a clue. Never heard of it, says High Pockets. Eddie wow, really? Eddie Von Keen has never heard of it either.
Mm.
So we only have one answer in the chat.
Okay. Well, we'll just move on then. That's okay. No problem. It's not a biggie. Next slide, Brian. We might as well just go on.
Okay.
I remember clearly remember shopping at Gimbels, Gimbles, but the store has always been spelled Gimbels. What do you remember? What about
So
you,
the
Brian?
only answer in the chat was Jeff Zanzibar, and he remembers it like you, Teresa.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. I got one person who remembers, like me. Okay, let's move. And here is picture of the way it's spelled now. Is that right? Yep. Yep, this is yep. And now we're going to look at some residue. Gimbels department store on the bottom, which is weird. Look at the one on the left corner. It's spelled one way, Gimbels, and below it, it's spelled ELS. See that? Two different ways in one picture.
Mm-hmm.
More residue to the right-hand corner. And more. This person said their maternal grandfather sold doors. Doors Unlimited after his stint in the Army. A maternal grandmother stayed home but later worked for Gimbels Stearns department. And look at this. This person spelled it the way I remember it. They worked there, or their maternal grandmother did. And more residue above, which I can't read. All right. Go ahead, Brian.
Okay, so it says Gimbels, BLES,
Uh-huh.
and in the middle on the top says GIMBLES. There's
Mm-hmm.
residue here and these are,
Yeah.
pretty reliable sources, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think you work for the store, you're not going to, you do remember where you work, you know? All right. Go ahead, Brian.
All right.
So what else we got? Oh, you just did that one.
Yeah, we covered that part already. Yeah, let's go on to the next one.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Moving on up.
You go make me hum that song by the Jeffersons.
Oh no. Moving on up. Yeah. Yeah. We can't do. We don't
You're
want.
dead now. You're dead now, Teresa. I'm gonna be drowning your ears out. Okay. There we go. So this one.
This Muppet is. Can I say the name of the dog? Rolf. Rolf the dog. How do you spell Rolf? Remember this from Sesame Street? Sandy, is this the one with the funny picture of the guy and Ralph?
I don't know. I think so.
That's funny. If it's the one I think it is. Yeah.
So Jeff
Okay,
Zanzibar says ROLF. Ed Hen says RUFF. Eddie Von Keen says ROLPH. Ed
okay.
Hen said basically that he was guessing.
Okay.
Preliminal says ROLPH, I think.
Okay.
Last Flyboy does not know this one. That's okay.
Next one.
Yep, go ahead. Go ahead. In our past, his name was ROLF, but his name has always been ROWLF. That looks so weird.
W does. I could see PH at the end, but not the W.
Sandy, when you presented this one on Mandela Monday, I'm correct?
Yes.
What was the responses in that group since he has a larger
Some people,
audience?
I think one or two people did say W, but the majority of the answers was ROLPH, but there were a few ROLFs.
Okay, that makes me feel good.
But it's like Rudolph.
Yeah. Okay, Brian.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm not going to say moving on up because I'm going to make you sing it. And this is the current timeline the way it is now with the W, which looks so weird. Looks like Ralph.
Yeah. I have to agree on that.
And yeah, that's funny. So you guys remember the guy from Lost? Well, somebody's making a comparison, which, yeah, okay. That looks funny. That's a good comparison. I missed that show though. The Lost show was a good show.
Lost, yeah.
Yeah, and he was the one. That guy on the left was the one that won the lottery, but he ended up on the island. Remember? All right, Brian, go ahead. I don't want to know what they're doing to the one on the bottom. And more residue. Oh, look at the pens. Official Disney pen. ROLF. I think it's some good residue. Sandy, you found most of this residue, didn't you? I think you found all of
I
it.
think so.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian. And more. Okay, Brian, go ahead. How much more is there? And more.
There's a lot.
Oh, Jesus. Brian, you can go a little
Yeah.
faster because it's almost 9.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Whew.
Preliminal says the W looks wrong.
I know. I agree, preliminal. Okay. All right. What's next, Brian?
All right.
Your Flickr. Let's go to the Flickr. What else is in there, Sandy? Do you know?
Brian said there was like 9 folders before I uploaded any that he didn't cover yet.
Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, you want to go find another folder?
Yeah, I'm gonna find another one. Here's another one. Schindler. That one.
That's a new one. Yep. I just did. That's a brand new one I just found not about a week or two ago, Sandy. Pretty new.
You found it October 11th. And we're just around getting to it now because of
Oh,
Christmas and
my
Halloween.
okay, my bad. The subject of this 1993 film starring Liam Neeson as Oscar Schindler. How do you spell Oscar? You remember this movie, Schindler's List? How do you spell his first name? Let's see, anybody remembers how to spell Oscar? Anybody?
I,
Eddie Van Koon says Oskar. Okay. Last Flyboy, Oscar, CAR. Jeff Sanzabar, OSCAR. Michael Fontaine, OSKAR. It's kind of split. Anybody else? How do you spell Oscar? Sharon McDonald, welcome. Sharon McDonald says OSCAR. Welcome, girl. Nice to see you here. Anybody else?
welcome.
Anybody? All right. Should we move on, guys? I think that's it.
I think we should. We got a lot of answers. Thank
Yeah.
you guys. You're doing great on participation this week.
Yes. Thank you. We love
Very
to hear what
good.
we
Yay.
like to know what you remember. You know, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay, Brian. Next slide, please.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We remember his name spelled the regular way, OSCAR, but it's spelled OSKAR now. I was saying I was going to make a joke. The Oscar Mayer, look, Oscar. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Related? The you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oscar, yep. And now it's spelled OSKAR. That looks so weird to me. I don't know if it's a German thing though, Sandy. What do you think? A German spelling? I don't know.
I think it is German spelling.
Just looks, I know. But yet there's residue and you'll see it coming up. Believe it or not, there is residue. Okay, go ahead, Brian. Please. Okay. Oscar Schindler. I don't need to read the rest of that. There's a lot of stuff there. You know what I mean? We're just concentrating on the spelling, not the other parts of the information there. But yeah, Oscar. And more residue. Sandy, I think at the bottom, I don't think that's him. I don't think that
No, it's
person's been in.
not. No, it says the story of Oscar Schindler's.
Oh, the story. Okay,
He
I'm
was
sorry.
talking about him.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. He was like the
It's
author.
okay. Right.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
And more residue. Again. Okay. More, Brian?
That's it.
That's it? Is there more, Sandy? Or is that it?
Yeah, that's everything.
And that's it for that Mandela effect. All right. Let's see what we got. We got more coming.
You want to do a different, like, save the new one, like disperse the new ones, Brian? Like, do a different folder now. Or actually, I don't think Karen's gonna make it. Why don't we show Karen's residue, since it has to do with Oscar?
Yeah, you might as well. Since we're on the subject of Oscar, right?
Yeah.
A different Oscar. Just wait, guys. Sandy, you want to present it?
Well, Brian's got it in a folder there.
Brian?
Karen Maloney sent me a video. It's
Oh, nice.
it's the best residue because it's made
Yeah.
by the company.
Wow.
Welcome, Rocco
Well-
Donato.
Hi, Rocco.
Well,
You want to
doesn't
play it?
I think doesn't Kraft own Oscar Mayer? Because it's
I don't
funny,
know.
I did make a phone call to the Oscar Mayer Corporation, and I ended up getting a hold of Kraft instead.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's by
That's-
Kraft.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yep. And the lady on the phone with me, she was really nice. The representative, she said 100% she remembers MEYER.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the
God.
lady was there.
You should have recorded it, Brian.
I think I did. I did. We did it in an earlier show. I had to find that video, but it's somewhere in my videos. Like, we'll just have to search and find it.
All right, I'm going to mute so you can play this.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
hold
might
on.
turn the
I'll
volume
have
up, Brian.
yeah, I know. I'll have to turn that up a little bit. There we go. Wow.
So if you guys
I
couldn't
heard.
hear it, he sings the beginning of it, and then he's like, Maloney has a second name. It's M-E,
He says
and then he goes
ME.
on to the whistle. He says M-E, which is also short for Mandela effect.
Duh.
So
Yeah. He says ME, and he stops.
M-E.
Wow.
Good
Wow.
job, Karen Maloney.
It's so funny because I had some Oscar Mayer hot dogs earlier. Like, I'm not joking with you. I had some, those lean ones. They're like 60 or 70 calories per hot dog.
You should have sang a song, Brian.
Have a good night, Ted. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Ted, for
Thank you
coming.
for coming, Ted.
Yep. All right.
Cool. Well, that's good residue. Thank you, Karen, for sharing that.
Awesome residue.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right, let's see. What's next?
Yep.
Oh, we got another
Brian,
one.
yeah, only you know which ones you haven't shown yet, so you just pick.
Okay, let's talk about Mr. Holliday.
Ooh, is that one mine?
Or should I say
Yep.
Doc Holliday?
Doc Holliday, which it was another Mandela effect to do with that guy.
That guy. Who was that
Doc, that guy. Doc Holliday was a gambler, a dentist, a close friend of Wyatt Earp in the America's Wild West period. Spell Holiday. How do you remember it being spelled? That's funny, Brian. There's a tooth there on the left.
He
guy?
was a dentist.
That's cool. Which I've been talking about all day. About dentists, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So spell Holiday. Doc Holiday. You already know how to spell Doc, but let's see. I'm going to go to the chat. Let's see here. Eddie Van Koon is Halliday. Ed Hen, Doc Holliday. Jeff Sandabar is Holladay. Last Flyboy is Halliday. Rocco Donato is spelled Holliday.
All
Michael
over the
Fontaine.
place.
Michael Fontaine, we're talking about Holiday. The last name. Ed Hen. And Last Flyboy says, oh, whoa, I'm wrong. I don't know who this person is, Sandy, but I don't know who that is. KDVH.
I don't know, but these dot things, I hide them because they could be links to scams.
Do you want to delete it,
I already
Brian?
did. Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
listen, when I see Halliday, I think of a Phillies baseball player,
Uh-huh.
not Doc.
Yeah.
Is it Roy? Roy Halliday?
I don't know who Roy Holiday is.
Welcome, TT. TT says Hollida.
Okay.
We got every answer in the book, Teresa, all over the place.
That's okay. I understand. So we'll just move on. If you don't mind, Brian.
Okay.
Please. Please.
Please. Roger Rabbit.
I remember his name being spelled Holliday, but it's always been Holliday. Is this your memory?
No, it was one L.
That looks so weird. Sandy, what do you remember?
I remember one L. That the two L's look wrong.
I know. And this is the current way it is now, of course, in red. Looks so off. Oh,
It does.
I hear something. And
What?
here we go with residue.
This is
What's that
residue.
from?
Now,
Is that
this is the
Sesame
one you
Street?
missed, Teresa.
Is that the one from
Uh,
Sesame Street?
Yeah, it's the one from Sesame Street.
Oh, I missed that one. Wow. Great residue.
Hmm.
Wow, that is great residue.
Yeah. Definitely holiday. Speaking of holiday, Brian, tomorrow is Martin Luther King's holiday. Tomorrow.
right?
Mm-hmm.
A
Well,
lot of
actually,
people
it's
are.
The
Saturday, I
holiday
think.
tomorrow. Yeah.
It's just observed tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. And Brian, aren't you off?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you too, Sandy, right? You're off tomorrow?
Always on Mondays, yes.
Yay. Love the holidays. Okay, go ahead, Brian. That's why I said speaking of holiday. I figured I thought I would key them both together. All right. Now, okay, here's some more residue. There's plenty of residue too, right?
Oh, so we should focus in on the right corner. Val Kilmer, Teresa found he autographed his photo with his name and his character, and he wrote Holiday with one
But
L.
it looks like an S though, don't it? Somewhere at the end, or is that a
I think that's
scribble?
just the way it looped around. I think it's just
Yeah.
scribble. But the key part is he wrote Holiday HOL, not
Yep.
HOLL.
Mhm. Look at the soda in the left-hand corner. Looks like a soda can.
Oh my gosh, that's a miracle. A plow
What?
truck just came down my street.
A what? Oh, is it working or just driving through there?
No, he scraping up the street. Yep.
Oh, that's good. Lucky you.
That's awesome. That's really
hmm
awesome.
Next, Brian.
Okay. I think
Thank
that's
you.
it.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's another Mandela effect.
Well,
Whoop.
okay.
All right.
Let's talk about the Olympics.
Oh, that's a newer one too.
It's getting all the new ones out of the way first.
Yeah. All right. The
Yay, hey, we
Olympics.
hit 30. Hey, Rocco Donato, what's up, man?
We're at
Thank you
30
for pointing
people.
out. 30
Yes, we
people.
Wow.
do.
Yay. That's
Oh,
pretty
thank
good.
you. Thank you, everyone. True or false? The Olympics and Paralympics included non-sport competition. This is a true or false answer. What do you remember? True or false? Let's see what they're saying in the chat.
That was weird.
What happened?
I heard a weird noise and it was the cat.
Oh, Jeff says false. Ed Hen says false. Royal says false. Anybody else? True or false?
Welcome, Royal.
Royal, welcome.
Welcome, Marcia.
Marcia, 3961 says false. Okay.
Okay, we got enough votes?
Wow. Is it 30 people?
Yep.
Okay. So we got we got a false answer for most of them. I guess all of
And
them,
we can,
right?
no, all of them. We can skip over the next question because the answer is true. But I said if you said true, what do you remember it being called? No
Yeah.
one said true, so we can skip that question.
All right.
Also, Quan Tom says, I think false. Welcome.
Okay.
Good
Beginning
night,
with the
last flyboy. Thanks for being here.
yes, good night.
Good night. Good night, last
Begi-
flyboy.
beginning with the 1912 Olympiad and through 1952. Artists were tasked with submitting a work of fine or written art
inspired by athletic endeavors?
Hmm.
Hmm. Uh, The juried competition awarded a total of 151 medals to art competitors before the juried competition was ended in 1952. When it was decided that the art competition would end, all 151 medals were stricken from the Olympic Committee records and no longer counted towards each country's medal total. Why was it ended? Yeah, I want to know. Because the Olympics is for amateurs, not professionals, but professionals kept entering and they also wanted to keep the Olympics pure, aka just sports.
So professional artists kept entering the competition, and they said
But it
that
does
wasn't in the spirit of the Olympics.
but it doesn't end there. The spirit of the art competitor competitions live in
Live on.
2004 live
They
live
live
on
on.
live
Hmm.
on 2004. In 2004, the Olympics Committee brought a version of it back in the form of a contest with cash prizes instead of medals. Since 2004, an art contest has been held each Olympics with a different theme and art medium. Ancient works are put on display for Olympic
I'll be right
crowds
back,
to
you guys.
see and experience and to see which works have won prizes.
So just to recap, until 1952, art won medals. And then since 2004, art wins cash prizes. And they're still doing it today, which is crazy because I've never heard of this.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Rocco. That can actually hurt Brian's channel if they hid that. They hid that without. We didn't hide it. YouTube did.
What?
Rocco
Did
said something that YouTube didn't like.
Oh, I don't even know what he said.
It wasn't even that bad. I know because YouTube hid it instantly.
Are you serious? I didn't know they could do that.
Hmm. Yep.
Wow. I mean, are you saying they're listening?
I no. I think it's like a bot, like the keywords.
Wow. I
He
didn't
he,
know
he
that.
hit a keyword that they didn't like.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm back. Thank you.
That's okay. Welcome back. We're ready for the next page, Brian, whenever you are. Do you recall seeing any art competitions in the Olympics after 2004? We don't remember art being a competition at all.
Not in the Olympics. No.
No. To me, it's always been sports. And
Yeah.
here we go.
Gene Jacoby is the only artist to win 2 gold medals. He won his second with the above drawing titled Rugby. The first one he
Uh,
actually won competing in a sport.
yeah.
Well, you know what's interesting is that like we've always thought it was the Greeks, and this is an older ME. The Greeks, I thought, were the ones who carried the flame, but it's actually wasn't it started by the Nazis instead?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it was started by the Nazis, right,
Wow.
Sandy?
I
The
believe
torch
so,
bearing,
yes. Hmm.
huh?
Yes.
All right, I don't know. What are we looking at here? Just different artworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, these are some of the artworks through the years.
So you could
That's
actually compete and win a gold medal based on your art.
yep.
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
But well, prior to 1952.
Okay.
And then after 1952, it came back as an art competition for cash prizes, not medals.
Wow.
Oh, for cash prizes. Okay. So we also have like a song. Was it a song change?
Hmm.
Yep.
And this is by the famous band U2.
I think that's you, Sandy, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna mute myself and I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna
Yeah, 'cause he's got to prove that with sound soon anyway.
all right, I'm gonna mute.
Okay.
All right.
So
Okay.
you
All
want to
right.
read this, Sandy?
Yep. The chorus of U2's All I Want Is You. How do you remember the three chorus parts? Were they this? So there's two questions here. Okay, guys? I want two answers when you answer. The first answer is going to be yes or no, and the second answer is going to be the word that's missing. Okay? So, fill in the blank with what you remember. Were they the same or different? Yes or no? So, the three chorus parts of the song. Were they identical? That would be yes. Or were they different? That would be no. And then the missing word. All the promises we blank. From the cradle to the grave. When all I want is you. So yes or no and the blank word. What do you remember? I hear ice falling from the sky right now.
Like Fleet or what?
Yeah, like sleep. Let's see. Ed Hen says never listen to you too much. Don't know. Rocco, we can't have that in the chat. I thought it was a joke because it had something to do with math. Anyone know the song? There's 29 people. No one knows the song. It's okay. YouTube automatically hit it. Okay.
All right.
All right, we can go on. There's no answers. They don't know it.
A cover to
All
help
right.
jog people's memory. That's funny. Ready?
Yes. Yep.
I forgot the volume was at like 600%.
It's okay. We barely heard it. So wait, we have an answer now. See, I knew this would help.
Okay.
So, you see, it's that word, that one word, because Ed Head was also blocked by YouTube. They're
What
all
was the
writing
word?
comments, and YouTube's like, nope, uh-uh. It's hilarious. Okay, so the one says made question mark. Don't go anywhere, Brian, because I have a question to ask them again. High Pocket says made. Quan Tom says all the promises we made. Okay, so Tom High Pockets, the one, yes or no, was that sung every time? Do you remember it made every time? Or did that word change? Yes or no? Yeah, they blocked it. Isn't that horrible?
Yeah.
So Quantom says yes, it was the same every. So does High Pockets, and so does Rocco. Okay, so everybody agrees with me. We can go on.
We can go on.
Yes, we can go on. In my past, the blank was the exact same word throughout the whole song. I remember all the promises we made. I can agree to make, but really, for me, it was always all the promises we made. This chord site says chorus repeats like I remember. So made, made, made. Yes, there's YouTube has gotten very strict in the chat. Typo says all the promises we made. All right. It's never been one word, guys. Now the first chorus is made. All the promises we made. The second, all the promises we make. And the third is all the promises we break. Break was never in the song I grew up listening to. There's no way it was made, make, break. It was just made throughout the whole song for me. This is a complete change. For me at least.
I mean,
And it sounds like it's a change for everyone else in the chat. So, and it's all over the place. This is orange because, like the one on the left says, make, break. Made, make, break, make. Uh-uh. It's all wrong. All wrong for me. That's it. That's it. Use count. And now you can see your comment. You see what I mean?
well,
So this is orange because as we made, and then break. Yes, we can see your comment now, Ed. You gotta fool that algorithm. Hey, Ann Gainer, welcome.
next slide.
Yep. What am I looking at? Okay, so this is also orange. Why is it orange? Oh, all the promises we made is at the top. But then at the bottom, it switches to all the promises we break. So at the top we
Yeah.
have one that's all made, the way I remember it.
So when did this song
It's a
change for
cover
you,
with.
Cindy? When did you notice it?
Actually, I was driving home with Joey in the car, and it was funny. I heard made, then I heard make, and I'm like, did he say make? I'm like, if it changes to break, I'm gonna flip out. And then the last one was break, and I flipped out. It's like, you
Oh,
gotta be
geez.
kidding me. All right, so here's residue of all made. I agree. Break is spelled wrong too. In some places it's spelled wrong. In some other places it's spelled correctly. There's a lot of residue. When you just see the one that says made, I purposely chose verses that are now break. All right, so here's a cover of someone singing it the way I remember. Brian, I split it up over 3 clips so you don't get copyright.
Okay. Thank you, Sandy.
All the promises we made from the
Okay, so next one.
tempest, but all the promises we made from the cradle
And the last one.
not to grow, but all the promises we made from the cradle.
So there you go. She sang made the whole way through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's proof right there that she had a memory of make or
Mm-hmm.
made.
Aunt Gaynor said, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat dash with break like you're breaking a car. Awesome. Wait, Rocket says I have residue. Yeah, I agree. We should not have to worry about copyright because it's being used with fair use. I agree. All right, so
Okay.
here it's saying to repeat the chorus. It's just writing chorus. So repeat, repeat, repeat instead of writing it out. So they're wrong.
Yeah, the Mandela effect is affecting like every aspect. You know.
Hmm.
Let's talk about another song. Let's talk about nursery rhyme. Actually,
Okay. This one upsets me a lot. Teresa, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. Nursery rhyme involves clapping hands with another person. It begins with a P. Blank cake. The blank can be one or more words. What do you remember?
I always
Blank
say it.
cake. What are you saying,
Can I
Brian?
say it?
Huh?
Can I say it?
You want let the chat answer for a minute. Then you can give me your answer. So Jess Anzabar says patty cake. Typo says patty cake. Rocco Donato says patty cake. High Pocket says patty cake. All right, Brian. Ed Hen says patty. What do you remember, Brian?
Patty.
Patty for Brian. Teresa?
100% Patty.
Okay. I have only ever known the nursery rhyme to be patty cake. But the nursery rhyme has always been pat a cake. Pat a cake. So pat a cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Is this your memory? Pat a cake. Yes, they Mandela patty cake. Well, I've done this on 2 other
Can't believe
channels.
it.
Maybe you heard it that way. It's the first time we're doing it on Brian's.
So
Typo
they've
says,
seen
shut
so
up. No way.
they've seen this on Dan's show, I guess, or somewhere.
Yes, Dan's
Yeah,
show
yeah, yeah.
and Curiouser.
Okay. Well,
So,
it's a cycle,
mhm.
because it depends on when the effects are coming out or when you find them to when the shows are actually coming on. So sometimes there's new ones on my channel that haven't been seen before, and then sometimes it's the reverse. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, no, that's it. No, there's always going to be new ones on your channel and Curiouser's channel and Dan's channel.
yes, that's what I'm
It's
trying to
just
say.
that on your channel and Curiouser's channel, I cover what I've covered on Dan's channel. Dan's channel, I only do a few. And then I do everything on your channel and Curiouser's channel. So if they just watch Dan, they don't see half the stuff I cover.
That's the way it is now. It's pat a cake.
We lost Sandy, Brian. Brian?
Yeah, I hear you. We'll get her
We
back.
okay. Keep an eye
There she
out
is.
for her. And yeah, there you are.
Yeah, I
The
was going to say,
glitch.
if you go back to the previous slide. I was saying that if you just watch me on Scarab Performance, you only see a few of the things that I find. Most of the stuff is on these channels. But if you go back to the previous slide, Brian. All right, the previous one. I didn't know you went through 2 while I was going in 3 seconds. Um, so basically, what I did was I went back to where I would have heard this as a child. Sesame Street is patty cake. I would have known patty cake from Sesame Street. But Sesame Street in 3 places has pat a cake. And that's just crazy to me. Anyway, you can go on
It
now,
was
Brian.
patty cake.
It was always patty cake. It was always patty cake for me. Now here shows you that it goes back further. Like here's like some really old books. Patty cake. It's just I'm just showing you that it's always been like this. Except the interesting thing is the oldest one I found is on the next slide. The bottom middle. Oh, not yet. Okay, we're not there yet. It'll be in the residue. It's coming up. But here's some residue of patty cake. Now, the blue at the top, you see that? Baker Man. Some people remember Baker Man instead of Baker's Man. So if you are a Baker Man person, there's some residue of that too.
How's it going? Wait, patty cake, baker man, baker's man.
Bakers.
What do
Yeah.
you remember, baker's man?
For me, it was Baker's, but Noble remembers Baker, and there is residue of that.
Patty cake, baker man. I thought it was baker's man. I don't know.
It is Baker's Man. It's currently Baker's Man.
See, because you're introducing the alternative version, it's messing me up now.
I'm sorry. That's how this works.
Patty cake, baker's man. Yeah, it's baker's man, right?
Mm-hmm. So here it is, the bottom middle. Brian, can you zoom in on that? This is the oldest version of patty cake I could find. And it's patty. So for some reason it went from patty to patty cake. I mean, this still uses the F's instead of the S. So fast is faft.
Well, if you look at the bottom left, the name of the poem or whatever, the nursery rhyme says patty cake right there.
Right, but then it says patta cake in the poem.
That's so weird to me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's it on that one.
And Gaynor says, Pat E cake. You order it online.
You know, it's
That's
funny.
good.
I wear these T-shirts. Like I have different T-shirts for different things. Maybe I'll find one that says patty cake and get that. Like, pretty much all my T-shirts are memes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and they're mostly Mandela affected memes, and people don't seem to like turn a head at it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Welcome, Mr. B Chick. Mr. B Chick says, for some reason, that page with the 21 looks very familiar to me. I'm 45 years old too, B Chick. Okay. Now, Teresa posted something about this, but we're going in depth on this, so bear with us. I'm about to present may not be a Mandela effect for you, but for me, I believe it is.
What is this one?
This is just the photography stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. 2 questions in one, guys. In what decade or decades do you recall? So 2 answers from you. The first answer is, when do you recall forced perspective photos of people? What decade? And what decade do you remember selfies first becoming popular? That's the key right there. Selfies first becoming popular. In what decade for each of them? So I want 2 answers, 2 decades.
Can you explain forced perspective photos?
In a second. Mustard Seed of Faith, I am a Leo dragon. Can you tell?
I'm a Sagittarius monkey.
I'm the Leo of both.
Which one are you, Teresa? What's your Chinese zodiac?
I am a Scorpio, and I am also a rabbit.
Scorpio rabbit. Okay, so let me see what's going on in the chat. So, fairy tales are coming true. That is awesome. Ann Gaynor had a sync experience. She said, my mom needed a mobile dentist, and we found one finally. It's called the Tooth Fairy. Fairy tales are coming true.
That's funny.
And Mr. Beachick says, I've been watching you all for a while and enjoying, but was in a hot tub and unable to type. First world problems. That's good. Let's see. Okay. Ed Hen says 2010s and 2000s. So 2010s for forced perspective photos of people and selfies 2000s. TT, welcome, says 90s for forced perspective and 2000s for selfies. Okay, now listen. Forced perspective is when people um like hold like I don't know if you guys ever watched The Kids in the Hall, and they've used their fingers and go, "I'm squishing your head," or I forget exactly the words, but they were like, "I'm squishing your head." That's like forced perspective, where the person's head fits in between their fingers, or someone grabs. It looks like they're grabbing the moon out of the sky. That's forced perspective with
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think you shared that with me. Yeah, I don't remember forced perspective being a thing at all.
Hmm. Anyone else want to take a stab at the 2 decades? I only have 2 answers so far. Smushing or shushing? I thought it was squishing. Squishing your head. I'll have to look into that. Watch it be a change. Jeff Zanzibar, 2000s for which one? There's 2 answers. Forced perspective or selfies becoming popular? High Pocket says the 80s for number 1 and 2000s for number 2. Typo says 1970 for 1, 2000 for 2. Oh, okay. So Jeff Zanzibar is both in the 2000s. Ed put his answer in the wrong order. So going back to Ed, Ed said 2000s for forced perspective and 2010s for selfies becoming popular. Okay, Brian, what do you say?
Well, I can't answer number 1, but I can say 2 is in the 2000s.
Okay. Teresa, what do you remember for number 1? I'm not going to ask you number 2 because you did a post similar to this about something else. So what do you remember for number 1?
I'm going to say probably the 80s or 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Not very early, because nobody really knew what selfies were. I'm going to say more like the 90s.
Mm-hmm. And Gaynor, I'm speaking
Yeah.
specifically of photography.
I mean, like taking a selfie of yourself, right?
Yes.
I'm going to say 90s, maybe 2000s. Not very early for me. You know what I mean?
Okay. And forced
Yeah.
perspective where with people. It's specifically with people. I'm not talking about like forced perspective with buildings. I'm talking about with people using forced perspective.
80s or 90s.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that about
All
right?
right. Not at all. We're going to go on.
Oh, God. Okay, well, I suck.
No, it's okay. So, the first selfie, this is what Teresa posted. The first selfie was taken right here in Philadelphia in 1839. Robert Cornelius decided to point the lens at himself while holding the camera in the back of his parents' chandelier shop. But that's not when they became popular. It's just the first selfie, which I wanted to share, which Teresa found. I'm still waiting for it to get on my screen. There are thousands of film selfies, some of famous people before they were famous and after, and others from everyday people holding their cameras out like a cell phone or taking pictures in mirrors. It became popular as soon as film cameras took off. So the popularity seemed to start around the 1920s and 1930s for selfies. And I personally don't remember this ever being a thing. And thinking about it today, I think, well, duh. Why wouldn't they? But also thinking back to my past, I just don't remember this being a thing. I don't remember seeing photos like this anywhere, and I don't remember seeing them all the time. Definitely not. And I've said this on the previous shows. It was always like a TV or movie trope that, a family's on vacation somewhere, like at Niagara Falls, and they'd hand a stranger their camera and to take their picture, and the stranger would run off with the camera. Why wouldn't they just hold it out and take a picture of themselves? Because it wasn't a thing back then. Anyway, Citizen Kane popularized the use of forced perspective in American film after years of use in German films. But we're not talking about film. We're talking about photography. Good night, Rocco. Thank you for being here. We haven't seen you in so long. But in my memory, forced perspective photography was mainly used in artistic shots of objects and landscapes, not people. Not back then, at least. What I do not remember are photos before color film using forced perspective in this way. I don't remember this being a thing until at least the late 1960s, and even that is pushing it. You're looking at pictures from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. I don't remember this being a thing back then. Do you?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. So how is that one guy looking like he's standing on top of a house?
Because the house is across the street.
Right, but what's he standing on? His
He's
balance
not.
is
He's jumping. He's
he's
jumping.
jumping. Oh,
Hmm.
there's someone looking like they're grabbing a plane.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing photos like this from back then.
No, but isn't forced perspective how didn't they use that to make Elf, the guy in Elf, look a lot taller than the rest of the elves?
Yeah, but that's in film. Yes. Yes. All right. So another form of forced perspective is what you're looking at here when it gets back on the screen. Creating large images using many people was first used in 1918. I can't believe I was never shown these images or taught that this form was in use that long ago, because I went to college for graphic design and had 4 years of photography classes and art history classes, and I never learned of this. By the way, that's residue with the stars on top of the shield.
I love it.
Do you guys remember pictures like this being taken in the early 1900s? Because here's my problem with it. Back then, cameras had to be very still for the long exposure. How are these so clear? The series called Living Portraits were taken by Arthur Mole and John D. Thomas, who would spend a week plus preparing for each image. Also take note, the residue in the middle of the old Earth. The bottom left is a red bar flag, the bottom middle has the stars on top of the shield, and the bottom right is also a red bar flag with stars on top of the shield. The only one that's not residue is the Uncle Sam hat, which I'm going to be talking about at another time. Again. They began by tracing the image onto a ground glass plate mounted on the camera. Another red bar flag. Then, using a megaphone and other tools, he instructed people on the ground to mark the edges of the image.
Wait, how did he trace the image onto a ground glass plate?
Yeah. So the plate would sit on the camera and he'd see through the camera where the lines needed to be on the ground. And he would tell the people to mark it from somewhere high up, apparently.
Painting with
This
people
marking
pixels.
technique, huh?
It says it's painting with people pixels.
Yeah. This marking technique is still used today for modern forced perspective images that are now called painting with people pixels.
They kind of do that today with bands, at halftime. You know how they do marching bands formations, and they spell out the name of the team or whatever. I've seen that before.
Right, right.
It's amazing how
I
they do
just don't
that.
remember them doing this back in 1918.
Nah,
I don't know how they could get up that high with the wind and everything and keep the camera still enough for long enough and the people still enough for long enough to have a clear shot. This is residue of a base, like no huge base, and the book instead of the the tablet. Here is I don't remember Neil Armstrong taking a selfie in space. It's the first time I've seen this.
wow.
Another forced perspective. Like I've already
Great.
stated, these photographic techniques were not used or were not as popular in my past like they were in the current history. And I'm curious if it's the same for you too. Because this is all new to me. Yeah, and I could see a few Polaroid selfies, but it's just that there's so many of them. One of the images was Frank Sinatra as a child, Colin Powell as a 20-something-year-old. There's all these people, all these pictures. It's like it was the thing to do, but yet I never did it. Never even occurred to me to do it. And I've never seen these. I've never seen so many selfies prior to digital cameras.
Mr. B Chick says there's no way selfie came out before the iPhone.
I'm with you
Selfie,
on that, actually.
yeah. Selfie to me didn't come to the vernacular until the widespread use of camera phones. So after the iPhone came out, I remember the word selfie sounding really stupid when I heard that term. And
Yeah,
you could go to the Dollar Tree now. I'm sure even they sell selfie sticks. Have you seen those? The
yep,
selfie sticks?
yep. It's in my graphic. The second graphic. It's a drawing.
Yeah. I think they had to connect through your audio jack or something like that to make them work.
I don't know.
Yeah. So it had to be around 2007.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
Considering
Kodak
that's when the
moment.
first iPhone
You
came
remember that
out.
term? It's a Kodak moment. That remember that?
That's another Mandela effect that I covered.
Oh, really? A Kodak moment?
Yeah, there's you didn't not you didn't see my Kodak Mandela effect.
No, I don't think so.
I'll get that link for you because it had to do a specific slogan.
I Is Teresa there? You want to read something, Teresa?
Yeah, okay.
Juicy, you want to read mine?
Yeah, all right. Um, comedy series that ran from 1984 to 1991, starring Dick Clark and Ed McMahon, blank, bloopers, and practical jokes. Fill in the blank. What do you remember? What comes before bloopers and practical jokes? Let's go to the chat.
Yep. Any word from the chat?
Yep.
Not yet. Nothing yet. I'm looking. What do you guys remember? Jeff Zanzibar says TVs, bloopers, and practical jokes. Okay. Anybody else? Michael Fontaine says TMNT movie 1990. What the heck?
Mr. B Chick says TVs.
My pocket said America's. Okay. All right. Anybody else? PCH. What's Michael talking about?
Publishers Clearinghouse bloopers.
No, Michael. No.
Dad's
Screw-
jokes.
Michael, you're too funny. Mr. B Chick says Publishers Clearinghouse. LOL.
I want to, at the end of this show, which is going to be after this practical jokes thing here, I want to see someone, if you can come on, give us a call and tell us your best dad joke. I want to hear it.
Ed Hearn.
You mean after the Kodak one, Brian?
Yes, after the Kodak one, correct, actually.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on, Brian. Okay.
Okay.
Please. Starting to get tired.
That's fine.
This show was TV bloopers and practical jokes in my past, but it's always been TVs, which looks and sounds completely wrong to me.
And I'm gonna
Sandy
say
found this
everybody.
one. Yeah.
I'm gonna say everybody in the chat that said TV's got an update because my residue is amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna mute Brian. You want to go ahead and play it?
Yeah, sure.
And you, what is this, TV bloopers and practical jokes, huh? I thought you were suspended.
What was that?
Awesome.
What was that?
Highway to Heaven. Now this
Yep.
one, read it first, then play. Read it first.
Okay.
Even
Okay,
you want me to read it? Okay.
Yeah.
Even NBC, the station that produced and aired the show, gets it wrong in promotional materials and commercial spots.
Unsub will return next week. Now stay tuned for an all-new TV bloopers and practical jokes.
There you go.
Can you play that louder, Brian?
I can try. Let me see.
Unsub will return next week. Now stay tuned for an all-new TV bloopers and practical jokes.
Awesome
TV bloopers and practical jokes.
Awesome residue, Sandy.
Awesome,
Thank you.
Sandy.
Awesome.
Oh, I think
There is residue everywhere from. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
And this is the way it is now. Current timeline. TV's bloopers and practical jokes. With an apostrophe S. And they're either taking one away or they're putting one in, Brian.
Yeah.
Well, at least we know where they're all popping up at. The S disappears and it pops up somewhere else. Musical S. TV bloopers, and here's some residue. Of course, in green. Wow.
Can we pause for 1 second? Let me just say something.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, Mr. B Chick, because TV's possessive would be TVS apostrophe.
That's right.
So that is not possessive. That's just TV's bloopers. It's just not right. If it's possessive, it should be TVS apostrophe. It was TV bloopers and practical jokes for me. Go on.
Oh,
Oh,
just more residue.
There's just more residue
Yep, just more residue.
for TV bloopers and practical jokes.
There was a lot of residue.
The guy above worked for the show, and he remembers it as TV bloopers.
Hmm.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I got two of them. One's I got a resume coming up.
TV bloopers, practical jokes.
Yeah.
And then another one.
Some
Yep.
papers.
Yep.
Yeah, probably, Ed. It's okay. I was just very good at I did very well in English and grammar. And that was like my best subject. All right, so wait, this one's interesting, Brian. Stop here a second. This is
Okay.
eBay. This is a promotional photo from NBC of Dick Clark and Ed McMahon. And if you flip it over on the back, it's an NBC photo. And they wrote TV bloopers and practical jokes.
Yep.
Wow.
It sounds so comfortable saying that, Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's weird the other way.
Mr. Beachick says, usually my residue is pretty good. Dang, got an update, you're right. And Jeff Zanzibar says, awesome residue for sure. TV sounds better than TVs. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm just saying it's definitely wrong for me. So for some reason, there is an image online of the show with TV bloopers going across it. But that's not right because it's always been TVs.
Wow. Is that it? Oh. I think it might have advanced.
Nope, this is a resume for Derry Prell. Oh, sorry, what? So here you can see that he was a principal, meaning that he wasn't like a guest star or anything. He was always on the show of TV bloopers and practical jokes. I have the hiccups. I don't know why. Had them all night.
This is on Wikipedia?
No, it was taken from Wikipedia.
Did I
And
tell
the
you about the
bottom was from a
time
newspaper.
I was in Goodwill and I was modifying entries on Wikipedia? Because Teresa wanted me to put
Goodwill?
Teresa wanted me to put Skechers into Wikipedia with a T, and I did, and I was successful. It
Did they?
lasted maybe an hour before somebody got word that it had changed on Wikipedia, and they changed it back immediately. Like it took an hour or two, and they finally changed it. It's not
So
a hack.
this guy,
It's not a hack. Actually, you can sign up to be a participant or whatever with Wikipedia,
yeah,
and then you can change
yeah.
entries as you please. But keep in mind those entries can change back. Trust me.
So this guy, Richard Daniel Lecco, said he would marvel at, how mistakes could be a positive thing as he watched TV bloopers and practical jokes. And that inspired him to go into comedy. Here's a 1985-1986 television schedule. Monday night, TV bloopers and practical jokes.
This guy Eddie Clark
I
was
mean,
like, yeah, he remembers it.
the residue is overwhelming. There's so much.
There's
And
been a hurt.
all it
Crash.
takes is a simple. You can go on Twitter and find all kinds of stuff. Just you might have to force search it sometimes, but yeah, you could find all kinds of residue. I sometimes wonder if the people's accounts that are on Twitter, if they're actually people or if they're run by AI. I wonder that. If the
I think some are bots, but most of them are real.
I think
Mr.
that's
Beachick says it's weird because after seeing the residue, now that feels right to me also. It can't be both. I'm conflicted.
okay. Sandy, you say you sent me the link.
Yes, it did. Hey, Brian, you want to mute Teresa?
Why? What's the matter? She watching something on TV?
Uh-uh.
I hear background noise
Her
though.
medication. Her
Oh,
medication is making her crash.
Yeah, it is. I'm so sorry.
okay. So we're talking about this phrase, right? Kodak, or the thing we hear with Kodak.
It's a specific phrase. Yeah, just pull it up. This is like when I first started using graphics, so the residue's all just thrown in that folder.
Okay. And when did,
All right.
yeah. So
Huh?
you go ahead and read it.
Oh, Kodak jingle, slogan from the 90s. Share, these are multiple words for the blanks, guys. Share blank, share blank. So they would sing it. Do you know what the blanks are? It was their jingle for years. Share blank, share blank.
Uh, I'm not really sure. I don't remember the jingles.
All right, wait. I'm gonna tell you. It's for me. I don't remember what it's changed to, but for me it was share the blank, share the blank.
Share the moment. Share the moment.
They're different, but the
Yes, it
first
is.
one is what I. What? Try something else. Share the moment. Share what?
Share the life.
That's what I remember, Brian. Good job.
Really?
Yeah, really.
See, I always remember the phrase being it's a Kodak moment.
So I did a poll in the group, or no, this was on Twitter, and the options were share a moment, share a life, share moments, share life, and share the moment, share your life. I could go with your or the, not a problem with me. But as you can see, I don't know why it's cut off with the numbers. Most people said share the moment, share your life.
Yeah, 75%. Yeah.
As opposed to share a moment, share a life.
It's just talking about the what is this here?
Oh, I
Oh,
don't know why the
the
logo's. Oh,
logo.
because the logo's messed up. Look at Kodak since 2006.
Yeah, no, it had the square A.
And the
No,
D.
yeah, the D
Yeah.
too. That looks so
But
messed up.
anyway, the slogan now, I believe, is it's share the moment, share life. And it doesn't even match the jingle. It was share the moment, share the life, or share your life. It was not just share life. It doesn't match. It's the same tone. It doesn't sound right.
Share the moment, Kodak.
I'm trying. I forget. It's been so long since I covered this.
I didn't
I'm
know you
trying to
covered it,
find what
right?
it is now.
Was this when I was on my hiatus for
Yes.
that 1 year?
Uh-huh.
I love that show. Clarissa Explains It All.
Yeah, this is in the wrong spot. You can keep going. I don't know why that's there. That's in something else. Okay, it's share moments, share life. And it was not that. It was share the moment, share the life. And now it's share moments, share life. It's not a Kodak. It's not Kodak moments. It's a Kodak moment. But now it's plural. And here's residue of share a moment, then you share a life. So that's where the A came from for me to do the Twitter poll. That was the third option, since they were using A there. Share a moment, share a life. And I'm like, you know what? That's better than what it is now. I'll take it. Because it was never share moments. It was share the moment, share the life. And now it's share moments, share life. And it's wrong. I don't remember that at all.
Share the moment, enjoy
It's
the
a
life.
Kodak moment, right, Michael Fontaine, not moments.
Yeah, it's a
You
Kodak
say one?
moment.
Yeah.
I think Kodak. Well, Kodak's been around for a really long time, but I remember. What was it? We used to have a Kodak. Kodak's made printers. Did you know that? Did you know there was a
Yes,
Kodak
they make
printer?
photo printers. I'm going
Yeah.
to see if I can find the jingle, because at the time I wasn't using video while you're showing the residue. Jeff Zanzibar says he remembers like me.
Share the moment. Put it on a Kodak. Yeah, Kodak moment.
I'm listening.
There's residue for Kodak moment, and then let's see, Kodak commercial. Share the moment. Share life.
Oh man, I'm listening.
I guess that was a YouTube vid. It says the original Kodak moment.
Okay, this is crazy. This is crazy. There's been a flip flop. It sings. I can't. I'm going to slow it down actually. I know it sounds crazy to hear it that way, but I'm going to record it at like 75% speed. They
Can you play it
sing.
for us?
It sounds like they sing share the moment, share life. But the screen says share moments, share life. So they're not matching. And oh my gosh, Kodak Max in this old commercial has an upside down V. I'm recording it at 75% speed, Brian, so that way you can we could play it slower. And I'm gonna take a screenshot of Kodak Max in the thing. I'm gonna shorten it for you.
The Kodak moment.
I'm shortening it right. I'm doing it right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, why isn't it playing? It's 12 seconds long. I hit play, nothing happens. Oh, Lord. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. My thing is being stupid. Wow, it just won't play. I gotta re-record it. 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. You want me to have?
Someone call in while we're doing this? Yeah.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll post the number in the chat. For those of you that are listening, again, thank you for holding on while we're getting this going here. All we're trying to reveal the Kodak moment residue. Sandy's working desperately to get that going. So in the meantime, let's have a caller here. Like I said, I'll post the number in the chat. Okay. I'm looking forward to who calls in. I want to hear your best dad joke. So share your moment, share your life by phoning in and telling us your favorite dad joke. Make me laugh. Make us all laugh. Come on, you guys. Somebody call.
Brian, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just waiting to see if someone's going to call in.
Okay, well, they do sing share the moment, but they show share moments. And instead of share the life, they sing share life. The is gone. So it did flip flop because now
So
the
let me
is
ask you this.
back in the beginning.
Let me ask you this. Does it sound like there's like a break in it? Like when it says share life, is it like share life? Like, is there like a break in the, like where maybe it was edited out or something? Or does
Something's
it just,
happening where when I record it, it's not playing. I don't understand. I'm just going
is
to
it
send you the
because,
link and you can play it slower. How's that?
yeah,
That sound good?
that sounds good.
And then I would just I'm going to tell you where to fast forward to so you don't play a ton of it. You're looking for the sushi. When you see sushi on the screen, the word sushi. That's where you're going to play from.
Okay, do you have the
Okay?
link?
I'm sending it now. Since no one's calling in.
Okay, let me just mute it real quick.
So when you see him standing in front of the sushi place, that's where you're going to want to play it.
Do you have a camera out in front of him?
Mm-mm. It's just a sushi place. It's at the end.
Okay, okay. I see that.
Hmm.
Is it real low volume?
You might turn the volume all the way up. It's old.
Yeah. Why is it you got to turn volume up on old stuff?
Because it wasn't digital.
Let me slow this down a little bit.
So they sing share the moment, share life, but on the screen it's share moment, share life.
Share the moment, share life. Yeah.
That
I
doesn't
hear.
match what it says on the screen.
No, it
It
doesn't.
literally puts the words up as they're singing, and it doesn't match. It was always share the moment, share the life. The is going from the second part, and it's plural on the screen. It doesn't make any sense. It was on regular TV all the time. Oh, you're talking about Pryor's Place. Sorry, preliminal.
All right. Let's see. So, Ed, I want to hear
And
about these Bible codes. If you can explain, that would be great. But it's okay if you can't on the show. Um,
he said he had previously said that he's still learning about it. It's really hard to explain.
okay,
That's why we got the links
that's fine.
to watch
So,
it ourselves.
somebody please call the number again. I'll post it again in the chat, and we can hear one. Tell us your best dad joke. I want to laugh like before I go to sleep tonight. Be awesome.
Well,
Like I
Ed
like
has
ones
one
that
that's
break the
kind of a
bank.
little bad.
Huh?
I don't know if you want to read it out loud, but you can
No,
read it in the
no, I
chat
can't. I can't. I
yourself.
can't read that one out loud. No, it has to be
Yeah,
that a dad joke by definition. Pretty much is something that it's suitable for all
corny.
audiences. You know, it's something your
Hmm.
dad told you as a kid, I guess. So, what is your best dad joke?
You want to show the Betty White meme while we're waiting?
The which one?
The Betty White one I sent you earlier.
Yeah.
It's above your baseball card. I'm scrolling. I may have a dad joke or two.
I got a mouse. My mouse fell asleep. Okay, it's okay. I'll just use my trackpad. Prefer not to.
Huh.
Yeah, this is one that Sandy shared with me.
I just think it's funny.
Betty White up in heaven.
We all hope that that's what's happening right now. Here, Brian, I'm going to go to the dad jokes Twitter if you want to hear a dad joke.
Okay.
Hmm. Waiter, do you want a box for your leftover food? Dad, no thanks, but I'll wrestle you for them.
Hmm.
Let's see. What did Spartacus say when the lion ate his wife?
Not sure what.
Nothing. He was gladiator.
Oh, jeez.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Gladiator. Today I had someone knock on my door asking for small donations towards the local swimming pool. So I handed him a glass of water.
Hey, here's one.
Da-da-dum.
Here's one. What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common?
I don't know.
They're both parasites.
Parasites. I get it. Get it, get it, get it.
My
The
favorite one.
first rule of oh, go
Huh?
on.
My favorite
The
one is
first rule of passive. Go ahead. What?
what do you say about passive aggressive?
It says the first rule about passive aggressive club is, you know what? Never mind. It's fine.
That's good. How do you follow Will Smith in the snow? You look for
I
Fresh
don't know.
Prince.
Fresh Prince. Oh boy. Okay. Guys, if you want to call in with Mandela effect stuff, please do.
So why do seagulls fly over the ocean, Sandy?
What?
Why do seagulls fly over the ocean?
I don't know, Brian.
Because if they flew over the bay, we'd call them bagels.
Bagels. Oh, God. Michael Fontaine says, I told my ex I ran over a dog. I couldn't stop in time. And she looked so upset, like, oh, poor thing. I said, now the car is running a little rough.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Preliminal says, wait. I missed yours. What did you say, Brian?
I said, I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
I don't know why. Preliminal says, I'm afraid of the calendar. Its days are numbered. I haven't seen Ghostbusters Resurrection yet. I do want to see
It
it
was
though.
really good. I think it's available, Sandy, on digital now.
hmm Preliminal also says, why do dads take an extra pair of socks when golfing?
It's in
In
case you
case
get a hole
they
in
get
one.
a hole in one, yeah.
I think he's reading from the same site I'm reading from.
Does anyone want to call in with Mandela stuff? Just want to say hi.
Dad, did
We
you get a
don't we
haircut?
don't do call-ins that often, huh?
Dad, did you get a haircut? He says, no, I got the mall cut.
God, so bad.
I know. I don't trust the trees. They seem kind of shady.
Ed Hen says, "Oh, Slimer's been Emmy'd. I've covered Slimer 3 times now.
Yeah, he has butt cheeks now. He's the butt of
He's
all the
got a
jokes.
butt. He is the butt of all the jokes. His teeth have changed. His face has changed. His eyes have changed. The color. Unless something else has changed.
Did you hear the man who
Yeah, the
got beat?
butt. Yeah, I covered the butt. Yeah, I know. I covered that a long time ago. Dan freaked out and made me wanted to go live immediately. When did I cover that? Let me look. Slimer. It was a true or false? True. He never
Oh,
had such a pronounced behind in my past. I covered that all the way back in
so here's the thing, Sandy.
2019.
I keep getting hit every day I go outside, and there's this bike that hits me at the same time and place day after day. It's a vicious cycle. It's a joke.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh, it's freezing rain right now.
All right, maybe
I
a few
hate that
more
doesn't
dad
tell me
jokes.
exactly.
Probably a few more dad jokes, and then we'll call it a night. It's getting pretty late. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's already been. That's like past tense, actually. It's already late. So I asked my dog, "What's 2 minus 2?" And he said nothing.
Oh,
It,
2 minus 2.
yeah, 2 minus 2, and he said nothing.
I think he said plus. I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, Ed. I cover a lot of stuff. Oh, oh man. I am so tired.
Some of these are just really corny. You know, they make a board game. It's called something about dad jokes. Uh, I actually got it for my dad, I think for Father's Day or something. It was one of those gifts. It's a competition between people to see who can't laugh at whatever. You get a choice of dad jokes to read off the card, and if the other people laugh, then you obviously win. But the challenge is like it's really hard for someone like me not to laugh at dad jokes. So so it's hard for me to win that game.
Hmm.
Um,
Preliminal also says singing in the shower is fun unless you get soap in your mouth. Then
then
it
it's a
becomes a
soap
soap
opera.
opera. Oh, that's not very nice, Carl.
A guy walks into a bar and then he was disqualified from the limbo contest. When two vegans get into an argument, is it still called a beef?
It's a quarrel.
I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know. You know which came first, the chicken or the
Which
egg?
came first? Yeah.
I think it's probably, but yeah, there's quite a few dad jokes on it's countryliving.com is what I'm on right now, and I'm reading these. These are just some of these are really good, and some of these are just not that great. But yeah, most of them are pretty good. All right, you guys. Any last any Mandela effects that you guys have found during the week? I'd love to hear them. Sandy would too, and we'd be happy to cover it. If you want to email it to Sandy, we can do that way, and we'll give you credit.
Yeah. We have trouble. I do want to say, Burgos, if you're listening, none of the video clips you sent worked. But then again, I had problems getting video clips to work. It could be my iPad. I might just do an update and let it clear out all the settings and stuff. Because I am behind on the update, so if I do an update, it might fix everything. But I couldn't play any of the clips that Burgos sent me.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Mustard Seed of Faith was talking about Chuck Norris jokes. Yeah. I heard this one about Chuck Norris. When he goes to a feminist rally, he comes back with a bag full of sandwiches and some freshly pressed clothes.
What?
When he comes back from a feminist rally, yeah. Feminists, they typically don't really like men. So, but they loved Chuck Norris because he's Chuck Norris. Do you get it?
I did not know that, but okay. I did say that was not very nice, Teresa. You just weren't here yet.
What happened
I
here
did
with
I
Carl?
did say something.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I told you we got to keep it nice, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, wonderful night. May you get lots of sleep, and hopefully you don't have to work tomorrow. It is a holiday tomorrow. Most of us are off. Anyways, nighty night.
We'll
Have a great
we'll
Mandela
see you
Effect
next
night.
week.
God bless. Yep, we'll see you next
Good
week.
night,
Hopefully we'll have
everyone.
tons more effects for you guys.
We
And
will.
don't forget to
I already have them to work on.
thumb the video up and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell. That way
Share.
you get notification. Yeah, share.
Share the video.
Good night, you
Please.
guys.
Good night, everyone.